Ibrahim Traore, remember that name? You're going to be hearing it a lot. This young man, born in 1988, is the current leader of Burkina Faso. Now I know what you're thinking. Burkina what now? Don't worry, you're not alone. But this West African nation is making headlines, and Traore is the reason why. He's a bit of a mystery, this one. Keeps his personal life under wraps. We know he enjoys football. Who doesn't? But details about his family? Top secret. What we do know is that he's the youngest head of state in the world, and he got there in a rather dramatic fashion. More on that later. Traore is a man of few words, but decisive actions. He's known for his signature fist bump, a symbol of solidarity with the people he leads. It's a far cry from the stuffy handshakes of politicians past. This is a new generation of leadership, and Traore is at the forefront. He's a man of the people, a soldier who rose through the ranks to become the hope of a nation yearning for change. His story is just beginning, but it's already one for the history books. Traore's journey to the top is anything but conventional. Born in Bondoukoui, Burkina Faso, he wasn't handed power on a silver platter. He earned it through grit and determination in the unforgiving arena of the military. Enlisting in 2009, he quickly rose through the ranks, proving his mettle in the heat of battle. He wasn't content with just theory. Traore sought out action, serving in the UN peacekeeping force in Mali. This wasn't some cushy assignment, folks. This was real-deal peacekeeping in one of the most volatile regions on the planet. But his true test came on home soil, battling insurgents who threatened to tear Burkina Faso apart. This wasn't just about national security, it was personal. Traore was fighting for his people, his homeland. His courage under fire, his tactical mind, it didn't go unnoticed. He earned the respect of his men and the attention of the nation. Little did anyone know, this soldier was destined for a much larger role. September 2022. Burkina Faso was already on edge. Earlier that year, Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Damiba had seized power from President Roch Kabore, promising stability and security. But the situation had only worsened. Enter Ibrahim Traore, stage left, with a message that resonated with a nation on the brink. He didn't mince words. He called out Damiba's failures, his inability to quell the insurgency, the very thing he'd promised to fix. The people listened. They'd heard it all before, empty promises from leaders who'd grown distant from the realities on the ground. The coup was swift, bloodless. Traore, a captain at the time, became the world's youngest head of state. It was a seismic shift in Burkinabe politics, a clear sign that the old guard was out and a new era had begun. Some called it a power grab, but many saw it as a necessary intervention, a last-ditch effort to save a nation teetering on the precipice. Traore, the soldier who'd proven himself in the trenches, was now tasked with leading his country out of the darkness. Comparisons were immediately drawn to Thomas Sankara, the iconic revolutionary leader who'd captured the imagination of Burkina Faso, and indeed much of Africa, in the 1980s. Sankara, like Traore, was a military man who'd risen to power through a coup. He too was young, charismatic, and deeply critical of the status quo. Both men understood that true independence meant breaking free from the shackles of neocolonialism, of charting your own course. Sankara's legacy loomed large over Burkina Faso, a potent symbol of what could be achieved when a leader dared to challenge the established order. Traore, whether consciously or not, seemed to be channeling Sankara's spirit, his unwavering commitment to self-reliance, his fiery rhetoric against corruption and injustice. Some saw it as a deliberate attempt to tap into that revolutionary nostalgia, to rally the people behind a shared vision of a stronger, more independent Burkina Faso. Section 5. The People's Champion. Traore's political style. Traore's leadership style is a stark departure from his predecessors. He's not one for grandstanding or empty promises. He's a man of action, a pragmatist who understands that change happens on the ground, not in lavish government offices. He's often seen in military fatigues, visiting troops on the front lines, meeting with community leaders, listening to the concerns of ordinary people. This isn't just for show, folks. This is Traore's way of staying connected to the realities of his country, of ensuring that his policies are informed by the lived experiences of those they are meant to serve. His message is one of unity, of shared sacrifice. He's called on the Burkinabe people to put aside their differences, to work together to rebuild their nation, and it seems to be resonating. There's a palpable sense of hope. a belief that perhaps, just perhaps this time things will be different. Section 6 Burkina First Policies of Nationalization and Development. Traore's government has wasted no time in implementing sweeping changes. One of his first acts was to nationalize 2 gold mines, a bold move aimed at ensuring that Burkina Faso's mineral wealth benefits its people, not foreign corporations. He's also halted the export of unrefined gold to Europe, opting instead to invest in a national refinery, a move that has sent shockwaves through the international mining industry. But Traore's vision extends beyond just resource nationalism. He's also focused on boosting local industries, creating jobs, and improving the lives of ordinary Burkinabe. He's established a national support center for cotton processing, a vital step in adding value to Burkina Faso's agricultural exports. He's also overseen the construction of a new airport, a key piece of infrastructure that will connect Burkina Faso to the rest of the world. These are not just band-aid solutions, folks. These are long-term investments in Burkina Faso's future. Section 7, Shifting Sands, Navigating the International Stage. Traore's foreign policy has been equally assertive. He's made it clear that Burkina Faso will no longer be a pawn in the games of global powers. He's withdrawn Burkina Faso from the Economic Community of West African States, a regional bloc that he believes has failed to address the root causes of instability in the Sahel. Instead, he's forged a new alliance with Mali and Niger, 2 countries that have also experienced military coups in recent years. This new alliance, dubbed the Alliance of Sahel States, is a clear signal that Traore is looking to chart a new course for Burkina Faso, one that prioritizes regional cooperation and self-reliance. His first foreign trip as head of state was to Mali, where he met with Colonel Assimi Goïta, the country's military leader. It was a show of solidarity, a message to the world that these new leaders are forging their own path. Traore has also made overtures to other African nations, seeking to build stronger ties based on mutual respect and shared interests. Section 8. A Nation in Transition, The Road Ahead. Burkina Faso is currently operating under a 60-month transition plan, which could see Traore remain in power until at least 2029. This transition period is crucial for stabilizing the country, addressing the root causes of the insurgency, and laying the foundation for a more democratic and prosperous future. Traore has pledged to hold elections once the security situation has improved, but it remains to be seen whether he will follow through on this promise. The road ahead will be fraught with challenges. The insurgency, fueled by poverty, inequality, and the porous borders of the Sahel, shows no signs of abating. Climate change is exacerbating existing tensions, leading to increased competition for resources and driving further instability. And then there's the economy. Burkina Faso is one of the poorest countries in the world, with a large portion of the population living below the poverty line. Section 9, Challenges and Opportunities, Securing a Brighter Future. Despite the challenges, there is also a sense of cautious optimism in Burkina Faso. Traore's decisive leadership, his focus on national unity and self-reliance, has given many hope that a brighter future is possible. The international community, while wary of military rule, is also watching closely. If Traore can deliver on his promises, if he can bring peace and stability to Burkina Faso, he could become a model for other struggling nations in the region. But success will require more than just military might. Traore will need to address the root causes of the conflict, tackling corruption, promoting good governance, and investing in education and economic development. He will need to unite the Burkinabe people behind a shared vision for the future, a future where peace and prosperity prevail. The stakes are high, but so too is the potential. The world is watching, waiting to see if Ibrahim Traore, the young captain who dared to dream of a better Burkina Faso, can deliver on his promise.